So Beast Boy, in the cold, dark night, sneaking along the riverbank, avoiding patrols and searchlights that occasionally drift across the shore near the river. I'm going to need you, and I will also roll for. Yeah, I'm going to need you to make a stealth check for me.
Okay. Uh, what animal am I?
You may be whatever animal you would like in preparation for this. The stealth check will be to get into the water successfully without being noticed by any patrols or searchlights.
A giant wolf spider has +7 to stealth.
What the hell?
Sure. I'll be a giant wolf spider.
Giant wolf spider. Okay, so as you guys are approaching, the terrain gets a little more rocky and whatnot. Um, so you turn into a giant wolf spider.
I mean, is this an area that I mean, it's dark out, right?
Yes.
So, I think that would work. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So you shift into a giant wolf spider, and King Shark, like like he turns and looks at you and just
Oh
kind
no.
of tilts his head.
I point ahead with my wolf spider finger or hand. Wolf spider arm.
He points at your face and he says, "Eyes, lots of eyes."
Do spiders blink? I don't think they blink.
No. and then he
I,
goes,
I just keep moving.
and then he goes, "Lots of legs." As you walk away, he sees the legs move. He goes, "Lots of legs."
Lots of legs.
Yeah. So go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay, that's 24.
So you sneak along, avoiding the light of the searchlights, and get to the shoreline of the river. Yeah, you're going into the river. King Shark wades into the water and dives below the depths. What animal are you turning into to traverse the river?
Um, I would like to turn into a dolphin.
A dolphin. Hmm. Who did that?
That was me. Sorry, I hadn't said anything for a long time.
Mm. Like, I'm glad that the first thing that Paul said in podcast episode today was SpongeBob's swear words.
They were the worst ones too.
Yeah.
I probably should be something sneaky. I don't know if a dolphin is sneaky. I'll
That's
just be
odd.
a dolphin.
Okay. So you swim through as a dolphin. You can see
Is King Shark scared of me because I'm a dolphin, or is that like a myth?
wait, is he scared of dolphins? I think he
I
oh
think I,
hmm.
I think
In Harley
sharks like
Quinn,
aren't fond of dolphins, but I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I
He
know that
probably
like
doesn't care.
yeah, he sees the dolphin and he doesn't seem, I mean, you can't really tell what he's thinking exactly, or if he's thinking.
If I turn into a shark, can I like speak to him through as a shark?
I don't know, can you?
Oh. Yo, I should turn into a shark too.
You want to turn into a shark?
Yes, I will turn into a shark. I'll turn into a reef shark.
Yeah. While you were swimming as a dolphin, he seemed kind of indifferent and like kind of distanced himself like decently, not like super far away, but he's swimming away from you. And when you turn into a shark, he turns his head and he swims over closer to you. And when you look, your shark eye gazes into his dark black shark eye, and you're swimming there looking each in a shark eye, and you hear the sensation. It's kind of like when you communicated with Aqualad. You hear um you hear his voice in your mind, and it's no longer broken or inarticulate.
Oh no.
And you hear his voice, and he goes, "Well, hello, little one.
Whoa, you could talk to me.
Yes, I can talk to you."
Hello.
He says, he says, "I am pleased that you have taken a form that is worthy of my presence."
Well, good to be in your presence, I guess.
He says, "Perhaps I will not eat you, as I was considering earlier."
Yeah, please don't.
He
We
says,
have a mission to accomplish, and I like to live.
"Hmm, other people like to live. This is news to me."
Yes, generally people like to live. Some people don't, but
"Hmm," he says, "well, I do not know if it will change my perspective on eating people, but it is something to consider."
you eat people.
"Yes, well, since I have been with this strange group of your military, I have not had the opportunity recently."
Um, uh, I guess that's good.
Uh, yeah, he just looks at you and says, "Do you not eat people, little one?"
No, I don't eat any living thing.
If a shark could like raise an eyebrow, you think that that would be what would happen. Like you get that kind of sensation through the empathic bond.
I don't eat animals. I don't eat people. I do not eat any of them.
As you're swimming along, he just kind of says, "Hmm, this feels counter to the cycle of life, does it not?
How so?
All things eat things. All things eat life."
Well, I suppose I eat plants, and that's a form of life, but it's, I don't know, it's different.
Hmm.
You can't stare into the eyes of a plant.
Have you ever tried?
Thinks back to that one time I cast a Speak with Plants, and I had an existential crisis.
Exactly.
um, not specifically.
I do not understand how you take on these powerful forms without consuming life. But I do not think that I could be strong if I did not eat the way that I do.
I mean, sharks do eat other things. That is true.
Well, anyway, the current is getting stronger. And you notice that that is the fact as you are swimming closer to the dam, that the force of the turbines is pushing against you guys, but you are strong enough to keep ahead of it, and you get closer to the dam, ready to rush in when that force is no longer there.
Yeah, when the current gets stronger, I shift into a hunter shark because they've got a little bit better swimming
Hmm.
strength. and push through the current.
Cool. Yeah, he also seems to push through with no real issue. He's very powerful. I mean, the guy is like, he's large and size. He's like a really big humanoid shark. He's
Yeah.
maybe a little bigger than like a normal great white even. So he is pushing through with no
Yeah,
problem.
so I wouldn't be bigger than him unless I changed into like a giant shark, or that might
Yeah.
be equal.
Yeah, I don't know what the size category for that would
uh,
necessarily be.
Giant shark is huge. I don't even
Huge?
know if it would fit through where I'm going.
Yeah, probably not. He is
Is he large?
large.
Okay, a hunter shark is labeled as large too. I guess large is a range of.
Animals are weird because they'll call a horse medium. You know,
Yeah, and those are
pretty big.
big leggy things.
But yeah, so you guys are swimming along, and you are there
Or
with
speed
him.
swimming.
Um, Go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage.
Okay, I rolled a 14.
14. Interesting. Okay.
Is that persuasion for him not to try and bite me?
I don't know. Okay, so you're swimming along. Is there anything else you would like to say to your companion before we switch to some other people?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, so now we have two groups. You guys, so everyone's sort of split off except for these two groupings of two, which have remained with each other a little longer because they will be sneaking into the facility together and then taking up separate tasks. And that is Cyborg and Captain Boomerang are going to sneak in and get to the control tower so that they can turn off the dam, and they will proceed there. But when you guys get to the middle of the dam, Raven and Killer Frost will stay behind, ready to engage with any forces that appear to immediately try to rush the control tower and stop whoever did that. Um, so, uh, yeah, so your group will all be stealthing in by the same route. So you will make your stealth checks together. So, Cyborg and Raven, I would like you to roll stealth.
Okay. Dun 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 dun. I'm so stealthy.
If you have any abilities that you'd like to use, you.
I mean, disguise self if I need it, and invisibility if I need it. But right now, I think we're doing fine. If unless Boomerang's going invisible.
He is not.
I mean, we could, but I actually ask him, "Hey, you want to go invisible for this? I can make us invisible."
He goes, "Oi, you can make us, you can make us invisible. Well, then do it, mate."
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I can do that. And I go ahead and I put a little device on his arm, and I put one on my arm and turn it on, and wink, we go invisible.
Cool.
Okay, now I'm actually gonna roll, and I am using my flash of genius for this. 11. Good, stupid job.
Cool.
I'm assuming I don't get advantage because I'm still wearing heavy armor. It's being like I have two things giving me advantage on stealth, but still
Yeah.
disadvantage with heavy armor. Oh well.
And you don't have like the stealth armor mode going.
I do, but that just negates the heavy armor. It doesn't. Yeah, I mean that gives me advantage, but heavy armor still gives me disadvantage. And now I'm invisible, but still they can't still cancel each other out. And I don't have my boots of the elven boots, whatever you call them. I do have, it's worth noting I did cast my homunculus servant before we go here. It's just attached somewhere on my back in case I need it.
Okay, cool.
For future reference.
All right. So, yeah, I will roll for...
Cyborg is not on his game today.
Oh, your roll was an 11?
Yeah. I'm thinking very smartly about it, but I'm like, my actual limbs, the way I move, are lumbering more than they should be.
Oh no. He, well, this will be interesting. Let me roll Killer Frost.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So, like, why are we stealthing? Like, are there guards, or is this more of like cameras?
There are patrol routes. There may be cameras, but it's like not like directly ahead, like above or anything. This is more about avoiding patrols.
Okay, can I use minor illusion to try to like mask myself?
Sure.
I was gonna do it like if I see like a patrol guard anywhere, I was gonna do a minor illusion and create like the sound of crunching leaves, like someone's walking on crunching leaves.
Okay.
In a different direction.
Cool. Let me see.
So that they look away.
Yeah, for sure.
Preferably behind a bush or something, so that they have to go like check it out.
Okay. All right.
And maybe some whispering.
Oh my god, everyone in this group sucked. Thankfully 2 of them are invisible, but okay.
Yeah, my roll was bad, which is why I wanted to know if I could do something about that.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, so this is what happens. You guys are approaching the area. Also, so before you guys are approaching, you have some time walking through the desert and up to the dam facility as a group of 4. So Cyborg, Captain Boomerang, Raven, and Killer Frost. Is there any ways in which you guys would like to interact with each other? Killer Frost is actually kind of holding her arms and shivering a little bit in the cold desert night, which is not exactly what any of you would expect.
How are you cold? Says an invisible voice.
She goes, oh god, it scared me, even though I knew you were there. She says, she just kind of like rolls her eyes, says, that's a common misconception about my abilities.
So you doesn't keep you warm in cold.
She says, you're the smart one who's talking right now? Yeah, don't you know how physics even works?
Yes, I am a computer nerd. I know lots of things about physics and dimensions and stuff.
Well, apparently need to go back to high school. And then she kind of she like glances like at Raven. She goes, or finish high school.
Hey, actually, I don't know. Did he finish high school?
He did because I believe he did because he was getting ready for college tryouts or something.
That makes sense.
I thought either that or he prematurely had to leave college or high school. I'm not sure.
Something like that.
Yeah.
At her insult, I glare at her, and a piece of the back of her hair lifts up, and then I yank it with telekinesis.
Okay.
To get her to shut up.
Okay. So you do this.
Just a piece, nothing like that would really hurt, but enough to get,
You do this, and you pull her hair, and she goes and she kind of pulls back, and then she turns on a heel, and she points a finger at you. I mean, you're the only one there. Or she starts pointing a finger around because there are invisible people, and she points it at you. She starts pointing it around because there are invisible people around. She says, "Hey, who did that? I'm not fucking around. I will absolutely shatter you into a million pieces.
Hey, if I were gonna pull your hair, it would be consensual.
I give a really slow.
Sorry. Captain Boomerang goes. Yeah, yeah. Well, he said, of course.
I give a really slow blink, and I'm just like, did what? Acting like I don't know what's going on.
I think she will. Well, I guess roll deception.
Fair enough. 13.
Okay, she stops waving her finger around, or pointing her finger around like a gun, and she just kind of like stops, and she like lets it like slowly fall to her side as you guys are walking in, and she just kind of looks at you for a moment, like she doesn't buy what you said, and she says, "Fine, let's get this done with." And for the rest of the time when you guys are walking up, you kind of feel every once in a while with your high insight, you kind of feel her eyes on the back of your head every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep an eye on her.
Okay. So when you guys get to the area, the first two you guys, you turn invisible and you start heading forward. There's a point where there's some guard patrols, and you use minor illusion to like distract them. They kind of walk a little ways away to check something out, and you guys make it the middle of the dam walkway there, the middle of the dam, and the water is like flowing loudly on the one side, and you're making decent progress. You just avoided some guards by distracting them with the sound and then sneaking ahead in the shadows, trying to stay out of the lights. There are definitely like light posts and stuff that illuminate certain portions, but not the whole way. When these guys walk up out of like a maintenance area, like one of the stairs that leads like further down into the dam, and they walk out, and Cyborg, you and well, you don't know if he does, but you stop kind of instinctually, because you're like, oh shit, these guys just came out, we better stay still so that they don't hear us.
That makes sense.
And Raven and Killer Frost like run into the back of you and Captain Boomerang, and you all kind of like fall in a heap and make a lot of noise.
Oh no.
And
I curse.
You curse, and Killer Frost says ditto, and the guards turn and look at you, and they immediately react. So
no.
they don't see two of you, but they see they see two women like weirdly like floating or clipping above the ground in some weird video game nonsense, and they absolutely are going to start yelling, trying to call in on their radios and stuff like that. I would like you well, I did this for Harley and Robin, so it's only fair. In their moment of surprise, because they're not expecting anything, you guys have an opportunity to react, to try to do something to salvage the situation. But yeah.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah, beyond just murdering them.
Yeah, you guys also get the sense that if you don't do something to incapacitate these guys, then Boomerang or Killer Frost are gonna just fucking assassinate them.
Yes, exactly. Dang it! Now do I have to drop invisibility? I hate everything. I'm just good at fighting and stealth, not good at. Shh, 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 shh. I got you. I got you. I mean, I could grapple him. I could grapple that sucker.
You could, yes.
I mean, that's really the thing to do. Except I don't know if that'll keep him silent. Because I don't have silence. No, no, no. I don't. Are they? They're pretty close to us.
Yeah, they're right. They're kind of right in front of you there. I mean, you guys are all prone, but they're within 15 feet.
I'm definitely going to be moving towards them, but let's see what Raven does first as I move.
Yeah, Raven.
She's probably faster than me anyway.
Have they done anything yet, or they just spotted us?
They just spotted you and had the Metal Gear Solid exclamation point pop over their head, and
Okay.
everything is like in quick time.
Chuck my homunculus servant onto their face and be like, which is actually pretty tempting.
Is there anything like nearby that's big? Like a rock or a boulder, or like loose parts of the dam or anything?
You could probably so there's nothing out in the open. There are like light poles that you could rip out of their area. There are also big portions like big stone cobbled portions of the walkway that you could pull free with telekinesis and throw at someone if you needed a big boulder.
I'm not trying to throw anything. I was trying to get something that could block, like cut them off between us and them, since I don't know if there's anything big enough to go across the dam, though.
Gotcha.
A couple of just questions of what would this work. Are they happening to reach for communication devices?
They are yes, they're absolutely reaching like close to reaching for their radios on their belts.
Oh yeah, heat metaling the radios would definitely be on my to-do list.
Okay.
I wouldn't even worry about it because I'm going to handle those. But first,
okay. Once again, as I move towards them, I'm going to be you're probably acting first, so I'll let you do what you're going to do.
Okay. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. Commanding my Raven, would that be a bonus action?
I think it just can act right after you. Well, no. It says you roll unique initiative for it, but I don't care about that. I don't like that.
Okay.
So you can just act as like a kind of a close to your own turn, you know.
Okay.
You can talk to it, so you can command it.
So before they can reach for their radios, I'm gonna like grab them all with telekinesis and just yeet them into the water.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna tell my bird to distract them, like to dive down in on them and stuff,
Okay.
and distract them. And I'm gonna yell for my team to run.
Okay.
Run.
For sure. So you grab with telekinesis, you grab the radios, and they just fly off into the water, and off of their belts, and you tell the Raven to start flying at their faces, and it does so, distracting them. They start yelling and like waving their hands up near their faces to try to bat this bird away, who starts dive bombing them. Cyborg, what would you like to do?
I think these guys need to be tied up and stashed somewhere. I'm gonna go to grapple.
Okay. You're gonna try to grapple one of them?
Yeah, it probably makes me not invisible anymore. Sigh.
Yes, for sure, but your first attack will get advantage because you're invisible.
Yeah, no, I'm totally gonna grapple them and try and tie one of them up. Okay. That is some good bonuses. I already had advantage. That is a 29 to grapple.
A 29 will definitely get him. Let me roll his contested athletics or acrobatics, which will be all right.
All right, and I can use my second action to go ahead and pin and restrain this guy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because you got the grappler feet.
Yep, that's a 20 to do so.
That doesn't matter. Even though he rolled well, it's not going to help him. And then he's going to roll to resist for the grapple attempt, which, yeah, he does not succeed. You run forward and like football tackle him to the ground out of nowhere, and then immediately you pin him to the ground in like a kind of like a martial arts kind of position. You grab his limbs and keep him held down. You're also crazy strong, so
yeah. And I immediately start pulling out the duct tape for his mouth.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely starting to like yell, or he's going to start to yell and stuff. All right, so that you guys took down one before these villains can act, and let's see. Now they're prone. The Captain Boomerang, he is going to attack one of them. Oh, wow. First attack. So you guys quickly act, getting rid of their communications devices, tackling one to the ground and restraining him. The other one, he points his gun at at Raven and Killer Frost, and he is just about to. He looks like he's just about to fire the gun, but then you just see his eyes go wide, and you just see this little line form on his neck, these little beadlets, and then blood trails down his neck and spurts out, and he crumples to the ground. And now Captain Boomerang is standing behind him with a bladed boomerang out, having just come out of invisibility, attacking him and immediately slaying the soldier. So, I would like... Oh, this happened earlier than I thought. I would like Raven, and the blood kind of spurts out around and gets a little bit on Raven's cloak and definitely on some of you, Cyborg. I would like you each to make charisma saving throws.
Okay. That's a 19.
Oh, wow. All right. 17. You guys are both very shocked. I need you guys to each roll a D100 for me.
That is a 16.
Okay.
35.
You guys, this is the first time that you've seen a person so quickly and immediately and brutally lose their life in this way.
Mm-hmm.
It's very shocking to your young minds. To the point where you're just holding this soldier. You have your hand on his mouth so he doesn't cry out, Cyborg. And you just see this, and you're looking up at this scene of Captain Boomerang standing above, and he turns around, and Killer Frost steps forward and goes, "Ah, you idiot! You got blood all over my shoes." And he goes, come on then. It's not that bad, is it? And he turns and looks at you and says, and like leans down, and he goes, "Hey, good job, kid. Need help with that one?" He kind of puts a hand out like to help you up. But you are receding. Your vision is like getting farther away. The sounds are getting more distant. For the next, thankfully, only a minute, you have completely retreated into your own mind out of like the shock of seeing this, and you are paralyzed for the next minute.
Okay.
For the next 10 minutes, shit. You you are This sight, you are so used to inflicting a supernatural fear into others, but this moment, no magic involved at all, is so shocking to you that you feel a more profound fear flood over you. A fear not just of what you've seen, but of the emotions that it might stir within you. If you don't respond to fear, you might respond in something much worse, more destructive. And you are frightened, and you must use your action and movement each round to flee from the source of your fear.
For 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right, boys, go home. We're not doing this. This didn't work.
And you, okay, so you, okay.
You know how far she can go in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm at least gonna yell at them, "What the fuck?" And then I'm gonna do all that.
Yeah, you yell "what the fuck" like as an annoyed reaction at first, and then it just becomes like quieter and shallower and what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck, and you just start flying away past. You can still move towards the objective, but you cannot move towards, let's see, frightened as well is a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. And then in addition, this effect of madness also says you become frightened and you must use your action and movement each round to flee from the source of the fear. So you're trying to get away from this. Now that could be like hiding somewhere. You don't necessarily.
Is the source Captain Boomerang or is it the dead guy?
The source is the corpse. Like its eyes just like its head rolled back and like looked up at you, just lifeless eyes. And yeah, so you can head towards you can try and hide somewhere in the dam or over by the command center, which is where which is over here, which is where you guys need to get to anyway. But until you get away, wherever you go, you'll probably just be like hiding for the next 10 minutes to get away.
I'm gonna head toward the objective in that case, but I am gonna run
okay
off.
So you start flying away, and Killer Frost goes, what the fuck? And people well, I guess, okay, so the alarm was successfully neutralized, and Raven just starts flying away. Cyborg is lying there kind of catatonically for a minute.
Okay.
So for a minute, Boomerang and Killer Frost are like, what the hell? So after, you don't know how long it was, Cyborg, you're holding that guy in your arms, and when you come to Captain Boomerang, he's like leaning down next to you. He's like got his you see he's just finished tying a gag around the soldier's mouth, and he kind of like plops him over to the side. And Killer Frost just goes, what the hell? It's like, what the hell was that? They're kids. And he goes, hey, come on. I'm on a frickin' undercover black ops operation for the US government. I would have thought that whoever they paired us up with would be more capable of dealing with this kind of shit. And you are now you're lying there, Cyborg. The soldier's no longer in your arms, but your arms are pretty almost entirely like still in that like rigid like position like you would be, but you just saw him tie up the guy and throw him to the side, gag him. But you can act freely now.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking about my background. First of all, I turn to the guy. I just kind of shake off and look to the guy and say, that's what could happen to you if if you do anything stupid. And then I turn to Boomerang and say, what the hell, man? Didn't we talk about this? You could have just as easily just knocked that guy out.
He goes, yeah, maybe. He goes, maybe I could have. Or maybe you would have gotten some shots off and alerted the whole damn place.
You're more skilled than that.
Oh, well, I'm flattered. And you also see that Raven is not around.
Look, dude, creating a blood trail causes as many troubles as it starts. Their backlash could happen, and she's right. There are kids here. Look, I'm young, but but gosh, Raven, man, you got to do better.
Do better.
You
what are you, my dad?
No. But freaking you have great power, and with great power comes great responsibility.
He goes, what the hell is this shite? He stands up, he's like, he grabs the guy by the collar, he's like, I left this one alive for you, didn't I? And he drags him along. He says, now we gotta hide this stupid thing. He's like, you also don't see the body around. Of course, there's some blood on the ground, but he probably dumped it into the water.
He's like, all right, look, just
Killer Frost says, if you guys are done, she points, and you see off in the distance just the tail end of well, I guess after a minute, no.
Yeah.
She points and she says, well, your friend seemed pretty shook up as well, and she headed that way. At least she still had the sense to head towards the objective.
Yeah, hey, you don't have to worry with me. I'm good for the mission, but hey, Frost, when she gets back, she might be out. Are you good with handling emotional people?
She goes, ew.
All right, well, Raven's either gonna chill out just like you, or she's gonna be emotional. Just if she's emotional, let me handle it. If she chills out, you're good to go.
Okay, so you guys start to head that way. So in this minute of time, Raven, you flew. So you would have flown away out of sight of the scene of that corpse. Now for the next minute, you can't take actions. You just kind of have to like hide somewhere until you're okay. So yeah, would you like to I assume you would like to do that?
Yep, I'm just gonna chill till this passes.
Okay, so you fly off over the command building, and you hide. You sit down and turn a corner, and you just like uh like with your back against the wall and like slide down into a crouch, and you're just like you're starting to like breathe really heavily. The meme right now is panic attacks in movies or in cartoon movies or whatever. I don't know, but you definitely have one of those as you're just kind of sitting there. But closer to the end of the minute, it becomes more meditative and calming. You start to gain composure, but you are hiding there. And when you come to, you realize you are behind the control building. You flew over it and are hiding in the back area. So imagining there's like a building in this area down here near the bottom of the map. You are near the back of it. You flew over it, past the guards near the entrance, and you are like hiding back there. After that minute passes. Or no, wait, no. You are 10 minutes. Shit, he was a minute. So you do that for quite a while. So actually what happens first, so that's what you're doing, is you're calming down. What's happening when you come into full control of your faculties is going to be something else. And the rest of you guys start heading towards the objective. You find a place to hide that guard who is tied up and restrained. And you make it over here down near the bottom of the map. You see there's a building. It's the control building. Well, actually, that sucks. Actually, Killer Frost would stay behind because her mission is still to hold off forces. So she tells you all to hurry up and bemoans the fact that she got left behind because of stupid kids being all emotional or whatever. Which is how she would see it because she's a psychopath. But you, Cyborg, and Captain Boomerang head to this area, and as you are sneaking up, you do see there are 2 guards outside of the building. So how would you like to approach the situation?
All right. I turn to him and say, "Come on, man. Let's get these the normal way." No,
He shrugs.
Not your normal way. Come on, stealth. We come in, we tie him up, we leave him behind.
He just shrugs, says, "All right. If you think you can get away with that."
Oh, I can get mine. Can you get yours?
Let's race for it then. So are you guys sneaking up on these 2 guards?
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay.
How do I not have a silence spell? I think no, I know. I think I assumed Raven would have it, but we're splitting up. Oh well.
Yep. And Raven also seems to be out of commish for a bit.
I love how objectively we are actually the weird ones here, because who the fuck does a Black Ops operation non-lethally?
Yeah. Right. So, yeah. Are you stealthing up, Cyborg?
Yeah, I say hey, I look at him and say, our other choice is I can disguise us and try and get in that, just try and bypass them all. But you know, maybe if we can, there are just 2 of them. Let's just eliminate them and keep moving, and we can worry about trying to get through other things. But watch out for security cameras, because if that happens, we may have to look out for disguises or invisibility to get forward.
All right.
And by the way, I probably should be rolling perception checks to see if I notice any surveillance equipment.
If you would like to.
Yeah, I'm going to. Do I get any advantage for being like really good at this stuff?
Well, you could I would let you roll investigation for it, because you would like be intelligently looking for like where cameras would be placed.
I'll take it. But go ahead and do a flash of insight for this.
Okay.
That's a 25.
You look around, and so there aren't a lot of high areas on the dam. That's why you could run across the dam without being seen by video cameras, because the dam is mostly the highest area, so there wouldn't be a lot of places to place cameras to look down. You know that there would probably, if there are cameras, they would be like wide angle shots of like the whole surface area of the dam. You do look and you see there is one pointing kind of down in towards the direction of the or like there's one on the building of the control building.
Okay.
Now the thing with the cameras though that you also know is that yeah, someone might see something on the camera, but y'all's plan was to be so quick about this that when people know, they will know
Yeah.
within like instances, like an instant. So, um, it like you're supposed to be hit and get out.
Right.
Um, yeah.
But with the
Mhm,
longer we can go before we have to go loud, the better.
mhm.
Even
Yeah.
though we know we have to go loud.
Yes. So, yeah, so you do see this security camera up there looking down like it's watching the entrance for the control building, and you do see let's see, two guards on the outside.
Okay, so the two would the camera catch us neutralizing these two guards? Is the question.
Uh Probably. It's looking down in a way so where it would see you. That is correct.
I look at Boomerang. I say, "There's a camera. Can we neutralize that, or is it time to go loud?"
He looks up, he says, "Well, I can take it out. Someone might notice, but it might take him a little while."
Eh, that might be the best way, unless we think a disguise or another invisibility could get us through. Heck, how about why don't I just make us invisible again, and we can see how far we can get. And when we have to go loud, we go loud.
Okay. You want to become invisible?
Yeah. Well,
All right.
I look to see if he nods in affirmation.
He's
Good
like,
plan.
he's like, "All right, kid."
All right, let's do it.
All right. So you two become invisible once more and sneak forward. Um, and yeah, go ahead and make stealth checks. Oh, also, I mean, even though the fact that you're invisible, there is so the doorway is like a doorway that they're both standing in front of. You guys could try to find another way into the building, or you could, I don't know. Yeah, what?
Okay, we have to get through that doorway.
Essentially, unless you want to climb through a window or see if there's like a side passageway somewhere.
All right, before we go invisible, I say, all right, what's our plan of entry? Are we going through the door, or do you see any other entry ways that we can do while invisible?
He looks around. He says, I can probably get up to the roof.
I can do that.
All right, we could do that.
All right, go invisible and get to the roof. How much noise do my rocket boots make?
Well, they're like a flight speed, so I'm not like concerned about them being hyper loud.
All right, I say, all right, let's go invisible, get up to the roof, and then we can drop down to where we need to go and do as
Okay.
much as we can before we go loud.
All right. So before you become invisible, he takes out a grappling hook, and and nods, and then you both become invisible with uh you with your tech, and you guys start to sneak in. So that was your stealth, or that was your investigation?
That's my stealth.
Okay. And I already rolled his stealth. So you guys, yes, you walk through. Your boots kind of making a little bit of noise. You think the guards kind of stir a little bit, but they don't see anything, so they're not sure. And you
I
guys make around what?
I was gonna say, as I can make a little. How about before we even go? I just have put a little noise on a wall that makes a rustling sound effect for a few
If
seconds.
you would like to.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
do that. Just
they
a little.
go investigate that over there, and you yeah, are you going to the roof? Are you going through the door? What? The camera
Well,
will probably see the door open on its own.
yeah. I mean, let's go and see what we can see from the roof.
All right, so you get up onto the roof, make your way to the middle of the roof area. Go ahead and roll perception for me.
I sure hope he's rolling too. I bet he's better at it.
I don't think he cares about this particular thing that I'm asking you to roll for.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got 21.
Okay, so you look around. I mean, obviously, you see a way in. There's like an air vent, and then you can get into the building. Well, actually, I think there's actually even there's just like a doorway. There's like stairs that lead up to the top of the roof, and you guys can bust in there and then go down. But you also noticed as you're looking around, you look off the edge of the roof, and you do notice Raven huddled over there.
Oh shit! And she easy to get to for me.
She is. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, easy to get to for you.
All right. The but you say the way in naturally is we'd have to. Did you say we'd have to go through a door?
Yes, it's like a door on the roof.
All right. I say I need to take care of that companion to get her back on track. You secure the door, and I'll be right up. Make
Yes.
sure we can get in real quick.
Um, he just roll persuasion because he's been very agreeable to you up to this point,
He says,
and he's
"Look,
not an agreeable person.
I say, look, that's somebody who can help our job, and right now she's not. I can get her back on track, and I'm going to go ahead and roll persuasion."
Yes.
Oh, I do have. Wow, somehow I actually have proficiency. 19.
Okay. He raises an eyebrow and says, "All right, hurry it up, kid."
All right. I zoom over to where Raven is. I'm still invisible.
Yes.
But I say it's Cyborg. I say before I even as I approach.
All right. So for a little bit, for a couple minutes, she doesn't seem to react in any way. Well, she's frightened. She's not like just lost in her mind like you were. Um, so for a little bit, she looks. Raven, will probably like look around, panicking as you hear this voice, but you recognize the voice, and your heart rate calms down now. You know that you sense that Cyborg is with you. You sense his presence.
Hey, hey man, hey, look, I'll do anything. Are you okay, Raven?
Am I like in any capacity to like have a conversation right now, or
Yes. So this I think will align with the time when your fear subsides. Now you hear Cyborg's voice, and you
okay?
come out of your state.
I look at her and I say, look, you're strong. You're good at ignoring emotions. You're probably gonna have to do that now because there's a job and there's violence happening in it. You still got to do the job, but also you can do it better and with hurting less people than these guys are. I really need you on the job. But look, if you can't do it, that's okay. And I'm going to do whatever I can for you.
I sort of like breathe a little bit finally, and like even myself out a little bit, and then I slowly stand up, and I'm like, I'm okay. It's I'm I'm good. Let's just get this over with.
Okay.
All right. I just give a fist bump, a bump on her shoulder with my fist, and like, you're good. If you need anything, you let me know, and if you need to get out of here, you do it. But and I kind of point her towards where Frost is right now, and say your partner's over that direction. Do your best, do what you can. I trust you.
She nods. She seems a little like on edge, and kind of looks back at the other two that they're partnered with, but she mostly seems okay.
Okay.
And she follows Cyborg back to regroup.
Well, you're going in a different direction, I think, but
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I go back to regroup.
All right. Yeah. Well, it's essentially a choice. You're now closer to Cyborg's objective. You could help his team, but your mission was also to be with Frost to engage with the forces that will come out of this place like a beehive, like bees in a beehive, when the power turns off to hold that back. So it's up to you. You could very quickly get back to Frost though with your teleportation.
I mean, to be fair, Frost isn't the one that killed the guy. The other guy is, so I'm gonna go with Frost.
All right, fair enough.
All right, I go back to Boomerang and I say, she's good. If one person knows how to shut off emotions, it's her. She can just be a surprise sometimes.
That's mean.
It's true though.
It's true. It's kind of.
I prefer that over him saying, "If there's one person that can help, it's me, Cyborg." I thought he was about to say that. Like I didn't pull myself out of that.
It's okay. So, yep.
He secured the opening the door and the door yet.
Yeah. 1 sec. So Raven, you can very quickly teleport back over to Frost, and she looks and she says, decided to come back.
It was a power malfunction. Don't worry about it. She looks away.
Sure. And then we go to Cyborg and Captain Boomerang. All right, you guys are able to get through this door at the roof and descend down through the building. And you're sneaking through, and you are close to the control room. You look through, and you see in this room are 2 guards. And so it's a big room with a bunch of like analog style controls, big levers and stuff. It's like a whole room worth of controls. And you see 2 guards in this room, as well as 2 more civilian looking people. They are in more regular clothes. They're probably engineers, operators of the dam from before it was militarized.
Okay. All right. 4 targets, so we can't just split up easily and take them down in one round.
Well, the soldiers. There's 2 soldiers. There's 2 non-combatants, it would seem.
All right. I whisper over and say, 4 targets. Let's neutralize the soldiers first. I'm going to disable mine. Please do yours. But we will immediately need to intimidate and make sure that those 2 civilians don't do anything stupid.
Well, you don't know if he's nodding.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna do what he's gonna do, but I've said my say.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I command my tiny servant and my homunculus to jump on the control panels as we go. Jump on the control panels in front of wherever they are, and just be like, make sure they don't touch anything.
Right. So you also know enough about machines to know like what the power controls are in this situation. So you can send them to those things.
Right.
Also, I know that
making sure they don't have panic buttons.
Yeah. So I know that your that one of your things is your hand that walks around. What's the other one?
Oh, right. What does that even look like? Oh, gosh, that's a great question. What? Let's see.
Everybody's thinking.
I think after my adventure in with the pirates, I think it's a mechanical monkey.
Okay.
Love it.
Is it wearing your big hat?
It's wearing a small little. I'm gonna go with a fez.
Oh yeah, this whole time, because last time you said you were dressed as a pirate, so you just look like some weird pimp pirate throughout this whole mission. It's important for the fan art.
It's important for the fan art. Yeah, I think it's wearing like either a little tiny hat, tiny pirate's hat, or a little fez.
Okay. So a hand with an eyeball and a monkey in a fez or in like pirate clothes hops on to the controls as you also are you running in, or are you invisible?
Oh, well, we're all it's executing within one round, so
yeah.
we're getting to where we are going and being able to get to them If
Mhm.
I don't know how far away they are, but yeah, we're going in fast.
Distance is fine, so you can run up and yeah, you can absolutely attack or do whatever, and your first attack is you invisible.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
So I'm gonna do my grapple first. All right, grapple my guard. That's a 17.
Yeah, you get him grappled. So coming out of invisibility, you grab this guy.
And I do have a second attack, so I'm going to
Yep.
use that one to pin and restrain,
All right.
which I rolled a 22 on.
All right, and he doesn't resist that, so you immediately push him to the ground, and then
And I look up at the two civilians, and I say, "Don't touch anything." And I have my two little robots looking at them sinisterly.
Captain Boomerang appears out of invisibility and fucking clocks the dude in the other guard in the back of the head, and he crumbles to the ground.
All right. And I finished restraining. I mean, I duct tape the mouth and start tying up, staring at these civilians.
All right.
What are they doing?
Well, they, as soon as this all happens, they raise their hands up and they turn around and they look shocked at you guys. One kind of looks like he's gonna reach for a control panel. Go ahead and roll intimidation.
Oh yeah, 16.
A 16. Yeah. So what do? You just like kind of yell or like point at him, like stop.
Don't you dare! And I point a menacing looking cannon at him that
Yeah.
starts glowing with. It's my radiant weapon.
Yeah.
It looks pretty.
He freezes, seeming he understands even past the language barrier, and he just straightens up and puts his hands up in the air. Boomerang walks over to these guys and like puts their hands behind their back and like or he pushes them and goes, "Hey, you, go against the wall." And they kind of respond to him in Arabic, but you guys don't know what they're saying. And he goes, "That no, hey, none of that. Against the wall." And so they kind of like go over to the wall. He's watching them. He goes, "All right, find the controls. Take care of it."
All right, get them tied up if you can. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, so our Arcana check.
Well, yeah, go Arcana check.
Okay, got a 21.
A 21. All right. With that, you're pretty. It's not super hard for you to figure out the controls of this area, and you put everything in sequence, and the only thing left is this sequence of levers that you pull down. Would you like to turn off the power?
I look back. I see. I want to make sure all four of these people are fully restrained before I do that, because once that's done, we're gonna probably have to act quickly.
Right. They are.
Okay, properly restrained, not going anywhere. Got
Yes.
it. Okay, mouth duct taped. Okay. All right. I look at Boomerang and said, "All right, it's go time."
He nods.
And I go ahead and pull down the levers.
All right. And everything immediately starts to power down. The sound, you didn't even realize at first, but the crashing sound of this place suddenly fades until it's quiet. From your perspective, Starfire, the river or the flow out of the dam of the river comes to a halt. And from your perspective, Beast Boy, the pull of the current ceases. and the danger of the turbines as they slowly spin to a stop is becomes apparent. Um, you guys can rush in now if you would like.
Awesome.
All right, so you shoot forward as fish people and swim down and into the turbines, these massive turbines, until you get to an area on the inside of the facility. Um, and you find your way into the facility. It's like there is swimming past the blades, the stopped blades of the turbines, and out of the machine, and you uh, ascend out of the water. Now, when you do so, you are on the inside of the dam, and you make your way into this big room. There's lots of like pipes and big machines and stuff, and you were told the general area to start placing bombs. So each of you had a big duffel bag with plastic seal, and like you start pulling that open and pulling out these bombs, and you were showed how to activate the very simple push and activate. They're going to be remote detonated. So
Okie
um,
dokie.
yeah.
I guess I will find a wall and I'll start sticking on some bombs.
All right, you start sticking on bombs, 1, 2 at a time. I mean, you could probably like become an octopus and start putting bombs around.
Yeah.
Uh, um, King Shark reaches into the bag and takes out a bomb and like looks around and like walks over a place and like puts the bomb on the wall and then like straightens it because he tries to straighten it because he put it on crooked. uh, and as you guys are doing that, 6 guards file into the room and see you, and because they're looking for whatever happened, and they're running around, and
Oh shoot.
they start yelling at you in Arabic, and they start pointing their guns, and they're about to fire. So I would like, yeah, I think let's have the last thing. Let's you guys go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Gotcha. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Have I placed all the bombs or do I still have bombs to place?
You guys were in process, so not all yet.
Okay. I'm stuck in between a shark and a hard place.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow. Got as low as he could roll.
Oh no, did he get a 1?
He got a 1 plus his 2, so he's got a 3.
He's distracted by the bomb.
And then I will roll each of these soldiers. There is 1 guard that goes before you, Beast Boy, and then it is you, and then it is all guards until the bottom of the round, and then it is King Shark's turn.
Gotcha.
So 1 guard gets to go first, and he sees a small green child and a big scary fucking shark thing. So he's gonna attack the shark thing. Alrighty. So he rolls an 18, which will hit King Shark. He rolls 12 points of bludgeoning damage, but it becomes 6 because King Shark is fucking King Shark. So he fires a bit of a gun and bullets pepper King Shark. King Shark just kind of looks over at him. And yeah, now it is your turn, Beast Boy.
Okay, how many more bombs do I have to place?
You have, let's say 3, because with how combat goes in Action Economy, I'll say 3.
Okay. If I turn into a giant octopus, and can I place more than 1 at a time?
I would say you could, sure.
Okay. How many? All 3 or just 2 or?
Then let's yeah, I'll say all 3. That's fair.
Okay. I'm gonna try and place all 3 as with my octopus tentacles.
All right, so you just start reaching out with your octopus tentacles, and you put a bomb in the wall, and then you put one farther away, and then you put one on the ground, and that is your action economy as a big octopus. Though you've used
Yeah.
your action to place the bombs around, and but now you're a big octopus in here. What would you like to do?
How many bombs does he have left?
He put one on the wall and that's it. I'd say he's got 6.
Oh my. Okay. Trying to decide if I want to try and place his bombs or
You
if I
would
should
have
just get
to
out of there.
do that on your next turn because I'll say you
Yeah.
can do 3 bombs in turn.
I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna be a giant octopus and yeah, I will see what happens.
Okay, now there is a giant octopus in the room. So the next soldier is going to shoot
Yeah,
at,
that's what I was worried about.
at the giant
So I
octopus
was
that
like, should
just
I
appeared.
stay a child so they have less likely chance to shoot me? Or should I just get the bombs on the wall and well, I made my choice.
This one actually misses. He actually rolled a natural 1, so what happens is that his gun jams.
Oh,
And he just he starts yelling and trying to fix his gun. And now it's another one's turn. I mean, yeah, big octopus just showed up. He will try to shoot the octopus. And that is an 18. Will that hit you as a giant octopus?
yes.
Wow, low roll. You take 10 points of piercing damage as an octopus as you are shot.
I'm shot. Okay, yeah, I'm fine.
Shot by a gun.
Do you ever feel like an octopus?
I'll do one more. We'll shoot at the octopus. A 23 to hit the octopus, so that should hit.
Yeah.
15 points of piercing damage to the octopus. The rest are going to shoot at the big shark guy. That will actually miss.
An octopus could scream.
If an octopus could scream. That will miss. And the last one hit. 16 more points, but that'll be reduced because he's resistant. Okay. So a lot of the guns, so the stuff that doesn't even do damage still hits King Shark, but his durable skin, it like bounces and ricochets off, and then some peppers him, and there's little puffs of blood as these like little, like, kind of like little holes appear in his skin. Now it is King Shark's turn. God help us all.
The time has come.
Okay. Yep. All right. The King Shark, he looks, and the blood, like the mist of the blood kind of like settles around, and he inhales it into his nostrils, and then he goes into a freaking rage as he is gonna attack 3 times at these soldiers. 3, they all hit.
Do I witness murder?
You are about to. Okay, he's gone. He's gone. And he is barely alive. and wishes he would much rather be dead, to be honest. What you see is these guys, they start firing at the two of you, and you start like placing bombs around in a panic, and then you see King Shark look, and then it's just like in blinding speed. He's just on top of one and bites him in half. And then swings out with his claws and just like rips another one like some like fucking anime where he swings his arm and like the midsection of the dude just like gets the bottom half of the dude just like gets deleted out of existence. And then he slashes at another one, but that one was kind of at the edge of his claw's range. But he slashes through the Kevlar that the guy's wearing with no real resistance and slashes into his gut. And the guy falls back. He's bleeding profusely, and you see an organ slip out of his stomach and is like lying there. I'm going to need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Charisma save. Roll the 7.
You rolled a 7. So I will tell you that...
I'm not going to use luck.
Okay. You're not going to use luck.
I mean, I could.
Okay. Higher is better.
I'll use luck. Fine.
If you want to. It's up to you.
I want to be trying. No.
Well, you are potentially going to be like unable to like function in the middle of a combat.
Right.
That's true. I rolled luck and I got a 19.
Okay, that is better because yes, we are using the madness rules, and there are different degrees. I have essentially ruled it as you have to make either a wisdom or a charisma saving throw. My choice, I'm pretty sure. And there are 3 kinds of tables you could be rolling on. Short-term madness, long-term madness, or indefinite madness. And it is definitely, like if you rolled a 1, like a critical 1, I'd make you roll on indefinite madness. And if you roll above a certain, if you roll high enough, you only have to roll on the short term, which can still fuck you in combat, but long term can fuck you for like hours.
I see.
So
I rolled a 19.
Yeah. You rolled a 19, so you get to roll on the short term madness. Roll a D100 for me.
Okay. D100. Roll 46.
A 46. So, that's kind of appropriate, to be honest. The character begins babbling and is incapable of normal speech or spellcasting.
Okay, I just say, he's something else. He's something else.
What? As an octopus, which is also like, which is already babbling.
He's something else.
So you can still take actions and stuff as normal, but also I have to roll for the amount of minutes that you do that. Well, go ahead and roll the D10.
I read D10. 10.
10! For the next 10 minutes, you're babbling and no spellcasting.
Oh, shoot.
Does wild shape
Does that mean I can't, like, change shape?
No. Wild shape, at least for you, I'm pretty sure for druids in general, but for you, doesn't count as spellcasting.
Okay.
So you can still
Even
shift.
if I use a spell slot to cast it?
Yeah, no, I don't think it counts.
Okay.
As spellcasting.
Gotcha.
Because also this is like a verbal thing, so it's like, it's also the implication is that, like, you know, verbal components are being fucked up because you're babbling.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you can shift. I mean, and you for the most part would probably just stick to animals anyway, but if you wanted to blink dogs or anything stupid, you can't. Haha.
Aha.
Like that. So, yes, that happens to you.
I don't want my dogs here.
What the dog's
Twinkie does
doing?
not need to see this.
Twinkie does not need to see this. She will be nommed.
And so after brutally murdering 2 men and like eviscerating another one. King Shark stands up again to his full height, and he looks back over at you. And he points at you. Goes babbling.
Just like put the bombs on the wall. As an octopus, I'm just like put the bombs on the wall. Put the
it is your turn.
Yeah. Okay. How many are left? There's like 2 guys, and one is like mortally injured.
Or there's 4 guys left.
Oh wow. Okay.
One is mortally injured.
I'm gonna try and take some of the bombs off of him and put him places. I'm just gonna put him places.
Okay.
If you
they're just in his duffel bag, which is on the ground now, so you can freely grab the bombs and start putting them places. You can get
I'm just
3.
I'm just babbling and frantically just like put the bomb on the fins.
Okay. Now it is the really hurt one's turn. He's gonna try to shoot the horrible monster that just like basically killed. Wow! I just literally had the thought in my mind. I will send discreet. I'm gonna take a picture of that. I literally had the thought in my mind. It would be so fitting if the guy who just got hurt rolled a natural 20 in response, and that literally happens.
Nice.
I manifested that shit.
I mean, oh no. I mean, I don't know how to think.
Yeah, you don't know how to think. Wow, he actually maxed on one of the dice too. He does 32 points of damage to King Shark. However, of course, he will be reduced. He fires and peppers King Shark's face with this hail of bullets, and King Shark kind of puts a hand up in response to that, but still doesn't seem that like he's not that bad. I mean, the big octopus is pretty much just like flailing around doing something that they really can't pay attention to right now. So everything else is going to be against King Shark. Okay, that'll hit. That will not hit. That will hit. So 2 will hit. So with those 2 hits, he takes 13 more damage. Still isn't looking all that bad, all things considered. And it is now his turn. He's a beefy boy. He's now going to try to attack these remaining soldiers. There are 4 of them. He gets 3 attacks, so we'll see how this goes. That will actually not hit. And that will. There's no point in even rolling that damage for the first one. That guy is goner. Oh no. That's so horrible. So he eats that guy that he brutally murdered before and then shot back at him extra hard. He just eats that guy. That guy has been eaten. Based. And he then kills another one with another slash. He like slashes upward, and the guy just gets like just completely torn apart. And then he slashes into another guy, and the guy falls on the ground and starts bleeding profusely, but starts like edging away. He looks even worse than the first guy. Like part of his face is gone, but he is alive still. And yeah, that's his turn. Beast Boy, it is your turn. There are still bombs left, and there's a man on the edge of his life.
In an octopus form, I think I start quoting like Jaws or something. And how many bombs did I place last time?
You placed 3. There are 3 left.
Okay, I will keep doing that.
All right, you have placed all the bombs. And you
Yes.
still have movement left.
I point at King Shark, and I'm just like point at the water, and I jump in.
You jump into the water. So you jump into the water and look back as you just see this last guy firing bullets into the air, and the big mouth descends on him. And then
Oh my
you get
gosh.
out of there, and at
Yeah,
some point
I'm
later,
leaving.
as you're swimming out back into the river, you do see King Shark following behind you, and he catches up to you and looks at you, like like blood, like trailing off into the water and dissipating. And he looks at you, and well, as you're swimming along, he just gives you a thumbs up. And that and then we have we pan up to two guards are rushing in to the control center, and they will engage with you next time. However, what we also see is a bunch of forces starting to amass on the top of the dam, heading towards you from the other side, and facing off against them are is Raven and Killer Frost. And down on the other side in the ravine, the place has the dam has shut off, and that is very evident. And Starfire and Blackfire are ready to rise up out of the ravine to engage with the mechanized forces there in the ravine with them. And that is where we will end this episode of Teen Titans Roll.
Yay!
Yay! Violence
Yay.
and trauma.
As soon as I heard Beast Boy was going to get it, I was like, oh no.
He's something else. That's so dumb.
Indubitably.
Boy, I
That
can't
lucky
wait.
came in clutch.
You what? The monk? What?
The luck.
The
Oh
luck.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Luck
I
roll
might
came in
have gone
clutch.
insane.
For like a long time. For like weeks.
Oh goodness.
I can't wait to see how that interacts with my dramatic scene with my sister.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
A taste of things to come.
Pog.
I wonder if Robin will have to roll for that or not?
Well, he hasn't killed anybody.
I was like,
Yeah,
listen, my group didn't kill anybody.
And he even had Harley Quinn to deal with.
I know, right?
I just wonder if you can realistically say that Robin hasn't already somehow seen the most horrific shit.
Yeah.